Now, I have been at the America's First Warehouse, of course, many times. The great David Zier does a great speaking series at the America's First Warehouse. John Solomon was just there. I believe there's some good ones coming up. Gordon Chang, possibly, I think he's working on. He's done some great ones. Monica Crowley was a great one. There's just been great ones. And I've live streamed from the America's First Warehouse. I've walked around, told people, but you can't really, and John Solomon will attest to this as he was just there, you cannot appreciate, as John said, the spirit of the building, which I thought was a good description. When you put people in there, the spirit of the building, the spirit of everything around it. So give everybody a little bit, Joe, of America's First Warehouse, what motivated you, what started it, how it came about, and just for people who have not been there yet.
Well, I want to thank you again for having me here tonight on Studio 6B and Real America Voice, which I honestly feel is the only real true voice telling us the truth. You guys, Big D, Rick and Rick over there. I mean, and the whole RAV network is phenomenal. Now, the America First Warehouse started in 2016. You may remember Donald Trump came down the escalator and he had said that he was going to close the border and stop the fentanyl. Because it wasn't much longer after that we lost his son to fentanyl in the dirty city of Baltimore, Maryland, in March of 2016. And Donald Trump gave us hope. My twin brother John, and I gave us hope. So we started organizing. We wanted people to follow this man that was saying things like close the border and America first and America jobs and all of these great things that I was sleeping my whole life. I slept. I grew up in the 80s. Right? In the 90s, I had a great life. I had a blast. We were laughing, Slick Rick over there on a few of the people that we know together growing up on Long Island. I never paid attention to politics any way whatsoever. But I will tell you that I am paying attention now, and I am well informed because of Real America Voice and all of the wonderful people that are coming through. In particular, I gotta really just want to say it one more time about this particular group because I really laughed so hard with you guys together. But Big D, you got what it takes, and the truth is going to be coming out every single day. The warehouse will host some great events. You forgot to mention Cash Patel and Kellyanne Conway, Marjorie Taylor Greene. Greg Kelly is another great reporter that was in there with the book. And we plan on bringing a lot more people through there. And Slick Rick said when Donald Trump comes, he'd like to be there. And I'm going to tell you, all you guys are going to be there when he comes.
Nice. I believe he will come.
Me too.
I mean, it's really just destiny for him to be there, to see that building, to see the work that's gone in, to see the love that's gone into it, to see the pride in the country that's gone into it, because I think that's what you get. I think that's the sense you get when you come over there. Obviously, being around you and talking to you, it's not hard to see where all of that comes from, obviously. So, yeah, I mean, the series that David Zier's been doing has been great. And
we got book signings. We're going to be bringing a lot of people. October 12th, we have a big motorcycle rally where we have almost 300 bikes already registered to be part of it. We are going to promote America First candidates, America First values out of there. And unfortunately, not everybody is for America First. Do you believe it?
No, but it's true.
This might shock you.
Well, and speaking of not necessarily just America First, but the whole idea, I heard the president out there today. And again, with this whole MAGA Republicans, and he says it, and I always kind of half laugh inside and think the brain surgeons over there talking to him, you would think they'd say, or they'd come up between them and say, let's remember MAGA stands for Make America Great Again. So if you're effectively saying that you're not for making America great again when he uses it in this derogatory way. Like if he had to say the whole thing, if he couldn't just say MAGA and he has to say, these Make America Great Again Republicans, I swear they wouldn't use it as much as they do when they can just say MAGA Republicans. They think it's like a dirty word.
Ultra MAGA.
Ultra. Oh, yeah, ultra. If you put ultra on, it's even worse. But of course, as we know, Joe Biden and his party become more anti-America. Not even America First, just anti-American. They hate the country for the most part. And they think I guess they think that resonates, right, Delgado, with people when they say ultra MAGA. I think it's like the worst talking point, but I think they think it resonates with people.
Yeah, it's a dumb talking point. It sounds more like a beer. Ultra MAGA. Oh, all right. Well, I'll have two as long as it's not Bud Light. But yeah, it's a dumb acronym to sit there and try and make it evil because it's so successful. What you're trying to tell people is making America great again is bad.
Like the governor of New York.
Think about that for a second.
Remember the governor of New York, the old governor, Cuomo? America was never great, he told us.
Right.
So
It's not that great. Never that great.
that's right. That's what he said. It was never that great. Never that great. That's the governor of New York.
Well, former governor.
Former governor of New York. And with the current governor of New York, I almost kind of wish for the former governor of New York.
I know.
Yeah, me too. Just having that conversation today. We miss old Cuomo.
We did have that
Eat the
conversation
sausage.
before he left office. We got to be careful what we wish
Yeah,
for.
watch what you wish for. The next communist will be worse than the one you're getting rid of.
Because
She's going to help all of us. She's moving workers into your neighborhood.
Yes, I saw her today. I saw her today in kind of a who's the woman who looks like she always just got out of the pool? Debbie Wasserman Schultz. Yeah, that's her. She and Ann Pelosi too. By the way, who's going to pick the fruit? Who's going to pick the field? I mean, it's just this is her today, the governor of New York. Oh, there's jobs already out east in the farms, and there's jobs in the fields already. This is her. I think I retweeted that her today.
Until their son overdoses and dies on fentanyl, then they might have a whole new attitude on the people that are coming in. Because I don't care if they come in, I want them to come in, but I want them to come in the right way. I want them to assimilate. I want them to be part of our country, speak our language, obey our laws, respect us and our culture and our religion and our freedoms, and my respect to carry the gun that I like to carry.
Yeah. Amen to that. Exactly right. So
yeah, and you know what's crazy when you say about coming in the right way? The people that do come in the right way and apply for citizenship, from what I've heard, and I've not seen this in person, but people who have seen it in person said you have to try and get to one of these citizenship. When they're
awarded, yes.
Yeah, when they're awarded, they say it's some of the most amazing stuff you'll ever see because these people so much appreciate. Joe, what you were saying, they came in the right way. They did what they were supposed to do. They studied. They learned. They learned everything about this country that most kids today are not learning in school. By the way, and they realize the opportunity that is now ahead of them because they've taken this step. And unfortunately, you got the Democrats out there who are just anybody can come in and whatever. When you do something like that, you cheapen it, you lessen it, you lessen how special something like this country and what it has to offer people really has to offer. Unfortunately, Democrats are all about tearing it down and ruining everything. They basically ruin everything they touch.
yeah, they've got every institution, every part of our founding in their sights, whether it's the Supreme Court, the filibuster, statehood for D.C. and Puerto Rico, whatever it is, they've got it in their sights to try to tear it down. And unless, of course, it fits their narrative, then they'll wrap themselves in it. So, well, Joe, before I let you go here in the first segment, let's talk about 24. I don't know where you think we are just overall. Obviously, Tim Scott's now in the race. You've got Nikki Haley in the race. Obviously, President Trump is far and away the leader right now. The word is that the governor of Florida is going to announce sometime tomorrow, maybe possibly on Twitter with Elon Musk. I'm sure you're going to have others. Chris Christie is talking about it.
Crispy.
Come on, stop.
So you'll have some other losers that want to get in that'll poll around skim milk the whole time, but they'll raise a lot of money or whatever. But where do you stand on 24? Trump and Trump only?
Well, I'm going to tell you this, that I will support the nominating person for the Republican Party. Whoever that winner is, the America First Warehouse will support them 100%.
Okay.
You know who that's going to be.
That seems kind of vanilla, Joe.
What do you mean? It's so full of chocolate and chips and wonderful red, white, and blue colors. You know where we stand in that place. There's only one man that can make this country, bring this country back. Listen, I run a country. I run a business. And my business or my country doesn't spend more money than it makes. Everybody's happy in there. I make sure that they're all covered, they have all the things that they need in life. I take care of my people in my country, and they love working there. there, and it gets better for them every day. That's the way I felt under Donald Trump for the first 2.5 years. And they constantly nailed this guy. They did everything they could to take him down. It's so obvious, and yet they're not. The report, the Durham report, is an absolute despicable. When I see these people, I want to tell them right to their face, you are not for America first. Honestly, I think, like Marjorie Taylor Greene said, you must be the party of the pedophile, because 85,000 children are missing on the border. 72,000 people died from fentanyl overdose. The cartels run that border, not our country. Donald Trump would have never let that happen. I'm sure these other guys are going to do it, but I'm going to tell you right now, this man is the one that we need in there. It's the way it is.
Oh, man.
But I'll take whoever wins fairly.
Well, I get that. And listen, the kitchen sink is still on its way, and they're going to throw that, as you see today with this judge in New York setting this trial date for when? Oh, March of 2024, of course.
Only a year away.
Only right in the middle of what will be the heat of the primary season. Let's just set it there. And the judge says to him, I'm encouraging you to clear your schedule for the rest of it, too. Could only be a few weeks, or maybe we can extend it for a few months, or whatever we got to do. We'll be in touch with Jack Smith down in Washington and the prosecutor down in Georgia, so we can make sure we throw everything at him at the same time. That's the game plan, clearly, still. So, all right, well, Joe, thanks for sitting in. America's First Warehouse, Joe the Box, sitting in right here.
They will not succeed. They will not succeed. We the people. If you want this country back, we'll get it back.
There you go.
God bless Real America Voice.
All right, Joe the Box right here, live from Studio 6B. News and sports all coming up.